the TVP matchup.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
they used to fly,
Yeah,
which was a good, good thing against Protoss, because when you get Charge Zealots or Blink Stalkers on top of your tanks, you could always save them, which is not the case. But I feel it's a decent map for a 2-base timing, a 2-base pressure, maybe with late third CC or something along those lines. But we'll see what he decides to do, because in the bottom right, for the 3rd time in a row, this guy will be able to play against the best American player. He is Uthermal.
And in the top left, it is the best American player. He is the blue Protoss, Neeb.
One of the greatest players in the foreign scene of all time. I mean, winning 3 WCS events last year. I think nobody forgot about that.
No.
Even though he lost in the group stage of BlizzCon.
But to the eventual first and second place winners. Just saying.
I like
Throwing
it.
it out there.
I like it when people say that. It's okay. We lost to, a really, really good player that went super far. But you're right, though. I mean, look at Italy.
Yeah,
they're in the quarterfinals.
That's why TLO never feels too bad about losing to Neeb, because he won those WCSs anyway.
No, it's
I'm sorry, TLO.
no, it's for sure. For sure. TLO that we might see play a little bit later, as we have Germany versus Sweden as our next matchup. But for now, it's all about those two guys, those two nations, the United States of America, Netherlands, 1-1 between those two, 3-3 between the two nations. And yeah, in a couple of minutes, we will see, we will determine which team will go further and go to the winner's match. Have the opportunity to qualify right today.
I don't think anyone predicted a 4-3.
I went for 4-2.
Yeah, it was 4-2s and a 4-1. So, so this is going to be interesting. Of course, I'm the only one who predicted US win, so that's something I'm hoping for. But while Neeb did not confirm the natural, this is one of those situations where, like, yes, he knows there's a natural. There's nothing else you can really do with the thermal build that he chose without second gas and all that. So that's not a secret so much. And Neeb should feel like a little good about that, because obviously they're both playing quite like, okay, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But Neeb... or no, yeah, Neeb went for a gateway expand, didn't he? Just like rethinking my words here. But anyways, to always scare a Terran feels good.
Can those Reapers just stop killing everything in every single game? I just can't believe how good he is with those Reapers and how Neeb just keeps on letting it happen, you know? It's a little bit interesting.
This is why I know we're bringing up with Kelazur, and I was like, I always thought that he was the second best Reapers of the foreign scene. It was like you, I think, gave me like a look, and I was like, I'm just like, Uthermal's really good with Reapers, man. Yeah,
Uthermal, really good. Back then, Marine Lord was really good with those as well. When he was going like for 3RX Reaper, he did that a lot. But yeah, Uthermal is good. Uthermal is definitely good. Optimus is up there as well. But getting those early kills once again against a player at the caliber of Neeb, getting the scout every time. It's quite crazy to think about. Now he knows everything, even though it's basically the same build that Neeb has been doing 24/7. And this TVP, no?
Oh, that was... Oh.
That was cheeky.
Yeah, I wonder what he was doing, just standing there. He has done the shade away trick before, but that wasn't going to time out, so...
Yeah. He probably would have lost the Adept anyways if he accepted the shade at the opposite side of the map. Next to the ramp and the wall on the Terran player. Viking once again on the side of Uthermal, and Uthermal will not go for that early third CC, which would have been super surprising considering the map, Biogenesis, super short distance, and hiding that third CC and exploiting it would have been way harder than on the last map.
It would have been. It's still possible that he could hide whatever build he's doing. He has them once again in very clever positions, and Neeb's already scared. So you mix these two things, Neeb being scared of the Widowmine and the Widowmines being in fantastic positions, and you either stop the Oracles entirely from moving in or you kill it. Like, that's good for Uthermal either way. Neeb's going to have to be quite clever with how he uses his air units to actually guarantee a scout, which I think is exactly what he's doing. You know, he goes for 2 Oracles, and then he also gets a Phoenix that, if it pairs up with it, can soak up the Widowmine shot, because there should only be 1.
Yeah.
You don't usually get 2 and then put them together unless you really know their Oracle scouting path.
Okay, we'll be adding on the 2 reactors, I believe. Well, actually, there's a tech lab that just finished. Okay, it's Stim and Shield will be the first, and the 2 reactors are there for the factory and the starports. So once again, gonna go for double medevac, maybe transition into liberators, but once again, an emphasis on mines. He likes those mines. Most of the Terrans do in the matchup these days, even though they get discovered after they shoot, which is slightly annoying when you're a Terran player. Ooh, dead arm.
But he does get at least a revelation off, I suppose. He still has not been allowed into the main. This is just fantastic by Thermal. Eventually, Neeb in the last game did send a Phoenix forward, as I thought he was going to do, and I guess we'll try maybe at a later time as well, but no, not doing the trick I was talking about, so still denied access.
Okay, fourth and fifth barracks before third base. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering what the tech lab was for. Is he going to go for tanks?
That would be a little surprising. I think Uthermal has been one to experiment with tanks more so than any other Terrans, even when tanks were popular.
Goes for tanks.
But it's always a little weird to see it after a certain point. If you start early and builds a lot, sure, fine. But to start later and only have a few?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a little bit surprising, but does go for it. 5 racks, 1 factory, massive mine here that will connect with most of the army. The stasis trap has been activated.
It's so cool.
Can Neeb kill those units after that, though?
With the Immortal, I guess. I think it's a little tricky, though. You don't want to lose your sentries for it if you can, stop it from happening.
I think Uthermal is just waiting on the...
Oh, he's going to pop the Widow Mine. Oh, that almost worked out. He almost popped the Widow Mine on the Marines. The stasis disappeared. That would have been so sick.
Yeah. Well, Neeb is quite the sick player indeed. So I'm not surprised that much. But goes for day in day out. He goes for those pretty cheeky strategies. He's a really ambitious player in terms of micro. I really do enjoy it. The first tank is out. The second one will be here in a few seconds, and it will start to siege. But if you do that, just bring out SCVs. Drop down a couple bunkers.
Really commit.
Yeah. I mean, do we see a third CC in this game?
No.
It looks like we're not going to see that third CC.
We might just not ever. This might just be a real 2-base all in here with 5 barracks.
Ooh.
Oh, he grabs the tank and the Immortals live. They might be low, but given time, they'll get their hardened shields back. I do think that this is a cool build to do on Abiogenesis. There are a ton of spots where tanks are super abusive, but it is a question of are they still effective enough past the mid-game. We're kind of getting into the later stages of it, I suppose. The Mortals come out, Robotics Bay is on the way, but Uthermal is pushing right now.
Okay, let's see what he decides to go for with the SCVs. Okay, he scouts a little bit ahead with the Medivac being boosted, and here we go. We've got the bunkers. We would have maybe some turrets, or even an eBay would do the job. You want those units to be clumped up, to not be able to reach the tank that's on the opposite side. Free Phoenix. It's good for you, Thermal, and maybe they decide to go. It's a perfect wall with the force fields, and that's not a fight you want to take if you're Neeb.
Oh, the force field wall does come down. The Liberators have to reposition. Bunker is not set up yet. Was that effective enough? He went for the bunkers. He was unable to cancel that one.
It was really good for Uthermal.
I think it was better for Uthermal, as while Neeb did get away with a lot of his units, he still took a lot of blows. Even a hardened shield getting popped right there on that Immortal. It's very scary. Okay,
let's see what he can do. Uthermal still has an amazing amount of Marines. He will click on a sentry, gets it right away, gets an Immortal as well. As the 2 Liberators, they are just here in the back to defend those pesky Marines.
The pylon!
If they need the pylon, they just unpowered the Robo, the gateway, and everything is being pulled. Even the probes are here as we have 2 Liberators. The tanks are still here. Couple of units coming from the side, but we've got bunkers, and I think Uthermal is doing it for the Netherlands. Yes, it is. Neeb is dying to that push. Well played by Uthermal.
Wow, well played indeed. What an awesome push on Abiogenesis. Neeb missing a couple of key elements there. If he had gotten the second bunker, I don't think that would have changed so much. But what if he had let that pylon, or a second pylon, powering a disruptor? Those Marines were awfully clumped up.
Yeah.
That was